Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. Well, hello and welcome, my friends. You're watching the Brother Henry and You Show. Have you ever been told before that I'm sorry? You probably said it before. I probably said it before. But what does that even mean? Does that even mean anything anymore these days when someone gives you an apology? Is it truly a genuine and authentic apology? What are they sorry about? What were their intentions of even saying that they were sorry? Why even say it? What does it mean? That's what we're going to talk about on the Brother Henry and You Show today. What does a real apology look like? What does it look like to you? How can we discern and at the same time tell when someone is giving us a genuine apology compared to someone who's just pulling our legs? I'm sorry. I apologize. We have either had to apologize about things or to the ones that we had to apologize to. We all would like to think that if someone apologized to us that it is genuine, it is sincere, but as I said earlier, is it? This will be the focus of our message today. Not only the importance of apology, but also being able to discern and recognize when the apology is sincere or not. We need to realize that sincere apologies helps us all to rebuild relationships with the people that we have hurt, whether that is either in word or action. The main reason why we apologize, whether you know it or not, is to help us to rebuild a relationship with the person that we've hurt. Now, we're going to get into this later on in the message about we don't get to decide or control how the other person may respond to your apology. Maybe they may not want to rebuild a relationship with you, at least for right now, because they're still bothered, offended, and hurt by what you did to them. But the center focus, or the main reason why people apologize, is to rebuild trust. It's to rebuild friendship, to rebuild relationship. And to rebuild something, sometimes it takes time. You know, I've learned this one thing, that it is so easy to tear someone down with our actions. And I've been guilty of it. I've hurt people before. I've done things that I'm not proud of. And it's so easy to tear people down. But it seems like it's so difficult to build people up. But the people that we tear down and that we've hurt, you got to realize that in order to rebuild that trust or friendship or relationship with them, sometimes it starts with not just saying I'm sorry, but also realizing the importance of why you're sorry. An apology alone doesn't really erase what happened, but it is simply acknowledging what I did. It's you acknowledging what you did. Knowing when to apologize and how to apologize is important, but also keep in mind every apology, I don't care if they say I'm sorry or I won't do it again or I apologize, you have to realize every apology is not a genuine apology. What do you mean by that, Brother Henry? Just because they say I'm sorry doesn't mean that they're really sorry. Just because someone says that they're sorry doesn't mean that they really are. One of my friends quoted this: some people are sorry that they got caught, which leads up to this. Would you have said you were sorry if you hadn't gotten caught? Or are you just saying you're sorry because you did get caught? Would you still have that motive in the back of your mind that I'm going to apologize to this person because I've harmed this person, I've betrayed this person, I've hurt this? Would you still have done it if you hadn't gotten caught? Most of our response would be to that question is no. You would have never apologized. You would have never said you were sorry. Why? Because you haven't gotten caught. Which means many people today apologize because they got caught. I got caught, so let me finally own what I've done. When you should have owned what you've done before it all came to the surface. You're sorry, but about what? True apology is associated, now watch this, true apology is associated with the heart, not necessarily lip service. A true apology is also associated with change. So it's not just you saying, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I apologize. No, that's lip service. A true apology is associated with the heart and with change. Change is always accompanied by a authentic and genuine apology. If there is no intentions to change, you might well keep your apology to yourself. If you're not going to change in that area where you hurt that person or whatever you did to that person, if you're not going to change, don't apologize, because you're actually adding to the hurt that you've already created in that person's life. A person who has a real apology won't just say it, but will actually follow it with their actions and their deeds. For one reason or another, some don't feel the need to apologize these days. They don't feel the need to say that they're sorry. It's a sign of weakness, they say, or as they say. But I feel like it is a sign of strength. It's a sign of our strength. There are people who do need to apologize, but also there have been people who had to apologize about things that they've never done. And here's my take on it. If you did nothing wrong, you don't owe no one an apology. Can I say it again? If you didn't do anything wrong, you don't owe anyone an apology. But always keep an eye on those who never apologize about anything while all alone expecting you to do so. This happens in friendships. This happens in relationships. This happens in marriages. They never own what they've done. And I'm guilty of it. I've done it in the past. We hide it. We try to discredit it. We try to sweep it under the rug. It never happened. We try to make the other person feel like they're crazy when they're not in some instances, and sometimes they are. But always keep an eye on those who never feel like they need to apologize about anything. They're never wrong. You're the one that's always in error. You're the one that's always wrong. And ask yourself, even if it's somebody that you're with, ask yourself, when was the last time this person genuinely apologized to me? How come I'm the only one that's doing it? You should ask yourself those questions. A person who truly and authentically apologizes is something that you feel internally, deep down on the inside of you. There is a knowing that this person that's apologizing to me right now, I feel it. This is genuine. This is authentic. This is real. There's a feeling you just know deep down on the inside that this is a real apology. I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I said, how can you tell when it's real or not? And she told me, she said, well, sometimes it's hard to tell. And I told her, I said, well, in my instances, I feel like it's not always hard to tell. Now, if you're good at reading people, that's different. But at the same time, I said to myself, and I said to her, I can feel it. Come on, folks. You can tell when somebody's being real with you or not. You can tell when somebody's apology is genuine to you or not. You can tell when somebody's just pulling your leg. It is certainly an energy that is connected to those words. I'm sorry. And you will just know that this is real. We should also keep in mind that You, the offender, don't get to decide how the other person should respond to your apology. They will either accept it or reject it. You don't decide that, and also you don't get to determine or decide how they are to process the hurt that you've created in their life. You don't get to decide, well, I'm going to apologize to them, but they need to accept it. No, they don't. They don't have to. As a matter of fact, if they want to divorce you, they can. If they want to disconnect with you, they can. You don't get to decide how they process. They may need to step away from you for a few minutes. You don't get to determine that. You don't get to decide that. What does those words mean, I'm sorry? What does that mean? Well, it technically means feeling regretful, feeling sorrow, admitting wrongdoing that has been inflicted on the person that you're apologizing to. There are so many reasons why people say, I'm sorry, but what does it mean to me? This is what it means to me. It means to take full ownership of what I've done with no conditions attached. Taking full ownership means I tell the truth. What does the truth look like? What does it sound like? It sounds like this. Maybe sitting down with that person saying, I've manipulated you. I've hurt you. I've betrayed you. I caused pain. I lied to you. That's what the truth looks like. It just means confession. And a confession just simply means I tell the truth. Regardless of what the response may be, regardless of how they may react or the retaliation you may receive from it, sometimes you have to deal with it. Sometimes when we tell people stuff, we can't always control how they will respond to it. But the reality is there will be such a relief on your end because you told the truth. The truth, I hear a lot of people say, oh, the truth hurts. People don't want to hear the truth because it hurts. Well, I don't agree with that. I believe that the truth does not hurt us. It's not telling the truth. It's what hurts us. You see how I switched that around? The truth doesn't really hurt. It's hiding the truth. It's not exposing those areas that needs to be exposed in your life. That's what hurts us the most. There's a relief in telling the truth, but that is far better than telling a lie and covering it up. When you refuse to own what you've done, that is a form of manipulation. And also when you're in denial about the damage you've caused, it would be better for you not to even have said anything or apologize about anything. It's a form of manipulation. The truth looks messy. Sometimes it's our pride that keeps us from apologizing, but it will be worth it. Just simply own it. Yeah, I did it. I'm sorry. Genuine sorrow is accompanied with change. It comes from the heart. The person has to feel it. Some people give it away that they are not being truthful. They will start to apologize with certain stuff like, if I've done something wrong. Or they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, but. Using the word if almost seems like you're convinced that you did nothing wrong and wanting the other person to confirm it. Don't apologize if your apology starts with if or but, because that indicates that you are not ready to own your stuff. You're not ready to take full ownership of what you've done. If your apology starts with, well, if I've done something wrong, well, the reality is you know you did something wrong. That's why I say it's manipulation. You know you did something wrong, but because you're saying if, you're questioning yourself and your own actions. Even though you know you did something wrong, you're almost being manipulative in the point where it's like, well, I'm not going to own what I've done. I'll just say if I've done it. And when you say if, like I said, you're making the other person question it. Because they know you've hurt them. So why would you say if? There's no if about it. I'm sorry, but. But what? So when someone says, I'm sorry, is it genuine? So when someone says, I'm sorry, is it genuine? Is it true? Can you literally feel it? Remember that true and a real apology focuses more on your actions not on the other person's response. I'm sorry? Are you truly?
We hope you have enjoyed today's program. We want to connect with you. Visit us at facebook.com/The Brother Henry and You Show, or visit us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Henry Harris 100. We're so grateful you tuned in today and hope you have a fantastic day.